The brief, as far as I understand it, is for the 8 participants. For there were 8 originally. Was to write a play, a stage play, a full-length stage play, and they took up the challenge. And I have to say, as someone who's been writing stage plays for the best part of 60 years now, it's not an easy thing to do. And I admire them for their courage in taking up the challenge. I heard that the judges were very impressed with the results from all one. They called them inventive, imaginative, and inventive, imaginative, and what was the other one? Intelligent. Well, that's something I've never been called before. Congratulations. The art of writing a stage play is obviously immensely complex, and it requires a great deal of knowledge of theatre. I'm glad that my slender volume, The Crafty Art of Playmaking, was circulated to the and I hope they found it useful. It was obviously a close run thing. The eventual winner came out head and shoulders above the others, apparently, and I read the play and I was very impressed with it, I must say. I wanted to add something to it, which I'm sure the other plays had, but it had an ingredient in a new play which was most important, in that it had narrative. By narrative, I don't mean what happened next, but a character development. There are 2 sorts of narrative in plays. One is the events that unfurl in front of you, and the other is the gentle development of character and the surprising quirks that people reveal about themselves. And I must say, this play had narrative, and it kept me hooked. And in my early days, when I taught playwriting, I was always very insistent that the people writing plays for me, I used to say to them, if by the interval you haven't held your audience's attention and they really want to know what's going to happen next, don't bother having an interval, or better still, don't bother having a second half, because there is no point in continuing a stage play past the audience's desire either for a drink or a hasty early meal. So you really have to hold their attention. And this play held my attention, and its narrative unfolded, and it kept me guessing right until the last page. And that is a great tribute to the writer. I'm delighted to announce his name. It's Drew Paterson. And it's a very good play called 4 Weeks. And he describes it as a love story. And it's a love story on several levels. It's a love story between the characters, but I think it's a love story also to the RAF, which I believe he was part of at one stage in his life. It's a great fondness for, it's set back in the 1942s, in the glory days of the Battle of Britain, around that era, when I was not but a child and I was cowering under a bed, and I was very grateful for those young men who were fighting for us up in the skies. And he has written this play as a sort of tribute to them. And it's a touching and moving play, which all good love stories should be. And I'm delighted to be, and I'm honored to announce the winner. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Alan. Drew, putting you on the spot here a bit, would you like to say anything? We'd be very happy to hear a couple of words from you.
Simply that I'm utterly thrilled and delighted, and thank you so much for your kind words, Sir Alan. It's yeah, I'm really wow. That's it.
That's it. Thank you so much. I would like to say a huge congratulations to Drew, but a huge congratulations to everybody who's been part of this competition. A massive thank you to Sir Alan for being behind this competition, for writing your book. I mean, wow, without that, I don't think, you know, everybody was complimenting the whole way on, saying it was their little manual for the entire time. I would like to thank Tom, because he led the writers through workshops and he gave so much valuable feedback and was so personal with his feedback, and just so much of his time was put into this project over 6 months. So thank you, Tom. Thank you, T. Greener, for being a judge, and also thank you, Alice Driver, who was a judge, and Tom was a judge as well. And of course, thank you, Sue Brody, for being Bravo Tutu's lady, basically. So well done, everybody. A huge round of applause and a massive thank you again, Sir Alan, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Yay!